and I state that when I got out in 1989, we had cataloged 57 different species. You have individuals that look very much like you and myself that could walk among us and you wouldn't even notice the difference.
So over the years now, I've been studying Clifford Stone. And recently he stated something that shook me to the core. He spoke to Dr. J on his radio show, live, and he stated that he could take Dr. J on location to a place of an undisclosed area where an alien craft, a piece of it, was buried, and he could unearth it and show it to Dr. J for the first time.
On my radio show several weeks ago, I had Sergeant Clifford Stone of the United States Army. During the interview, he revealed something that will literally change things forever as far as science. He said that in 1973, he was part of a crash and retrieval of an extraterrestrial craft. He took a small piece, put it in his boot, and buried it near his property in New Mexico.
You're talking about the piece that I picked up and slipped inside of my boot in 73.
That's exactly the piece I'm talking about. You have it buried in an undisclosed area, right?
Oh, yes, I would not dare keep it in the house. I had it here to show some people, and I kept it day longer than what I should have, and somebody actually came here and tried to take it. And that was tense moments. I almost shot somebody that day.
Recently, I had the opportunity to speak with Clifford Stone himself when Dr. J reached out to him and handed the phone off to me. From what I was able to gather from this phone conversation could change history as we know it. He agreed to show us the piece of alien metal himself to Third Phase Moon and Dr. J, along with scientific analysis to study this metal. It could be unprecedented.
I can't replace this. You don't go into a store and buy this. And I took great chance when I went ahead and got it.
The thing is there's danger involved, both for Sergeant Clifford Stone and for us and anybody else who may be involved. We do know after Roswell in 1947 that Jesse Marcel Jr. had to take the flying saucer piece that he gave to his son, Jesse Marcel III, back because the Air Force demanded it. I would think after reconstructing the craft themselves, they too want it back. So the very existence of this extraterrestrial object from a spacecraft, which he has buried, is dangerous for his safety and for all of ours.
So the time's getting short. When we get on location to unearth this for the first time to the world, but in the time being of what happens to then and now could be a very slippery slope for Clifford Stone himself and us, because the implications of the technology that could be revealed could change history and the dangers behind a possible piece of alien craft missing from a reverse engineered craft within the government's own possession.
And they both stated that, one stated like he felt that it was alive, that it had a personality. Then the lady I had hold on to it, she went ahead and said she felt like it had emotions.
Sergeant Clifford Stone was a career officer in the United States military. He served as a sergeant, and he was supposed to be involved in like biological or other type weapons, chemical weapons. That's the part he was involved in publicly. What he was really doing was crash and retrievals of extraterrestrial craft. He had been the telepath and empath on 12 of these extraterrestrial craft crashes. He was the first on scene. He had to be taught different CPR for different races, different things like that, first aid techniques, because they wanted him on scene first, so that way the telepathy or telepathic messages from the ETs will go to him and not the other people. That's why he maintained the same job.
They would have a heightened sense of smell, sight, hearing. The situation is that you have various types of what we normally call grays. We didn't call them grays in the military, but you had at least 3 types of the grays. You had some that were much taller than we were.
I was able to get Third Phase of the Moon involved in this project by introducing Sergeant Clifford Stone to Blake Cousins. And during the phone call they had between each other, Sergeant Stone mentioned that the metal itself seemed to be living. A lot of people who have touched it in the past said that it was living, which also has a lot to do with people that say that the craft are controlled through telepathy, which means that they also implicate the fact that the technology is both artificial intelligence and also as a living organism, even though it's metallic. So they have that fact, and through basic logic, this is what it dictates. If you have a piece of metal, living metal, that has characteristics that are not consistent with our solar system or even our galaxy, and they contain not only materials but are produced in such a way which requires intelligence, well then clearly something had to make them, right? That's logic. And if something had to make them that's not from this earth, it's extraterrestrial. If something made it, well clearly there's an alien and there must be civilizations, a whole civilization of extraterrestrials at that. So through this, I think this is why this could be a game changer if we're able to prove this metal was manufactured by non-terrestrial beings.
The unique thing that I'd like to point out for the most part is that the entities that we did catalog were in fact humanoid. Now this created a situation where the scientific community was trying to figure out why that would be the case, because you would expect that if life evolved on other planets, that they would take on some type of other being, so to speak, not necessarily look humanoid or be bipedal such as we are.
Now, the thing is it's very dangerous for Clifford to have this, because the people who may have possession of this craft, whether it be the U.S. Army, Air Force, or a private military corporation, if they heard this interview or what you have on Third Phase of Moon, then he's putting himself out there. I would think that this item is so invaluable to science, to military, it would literally throw away science fiction in the morning and open a whole new section of science fact by afternoon if this is proven to be true. Why would he tell me about it? Why not through other interviews? Why would he decide now's the time and I'm the person he's going to show it to? Is this finally something that he wants to complete before the end of his life, since he is in fact a senior citizen? Does he want disclosure to finally happen? I mean, he's been collecting these documents from the Congress. Clearly he doesn't want to harbor these secrets anymore, is what I believe.
So what I expect if I see this metal for the first time on location in Roswell, New Mexico, I really can't prepare for it. You really can't prepare yourself for something that you might experience for the first time, and I'm hoping with the science that we bring to the table to study this metal is to find out the true nature of its origin, and that's what we're going to do. And we're going to find out one way or the other, and the world's going to find out together right here at Third Phase of Moon along with Dr. J, and it's going to be an exciting month coming up ahead for everybody.
But apparently we got quite a few of the species out there that are humanoid in appearance, and that creates a question that yet has to be answered by science.
So the adventure begins right here for us, right here at Third Phase of Moon, in regards to Clifford Stone and his new claims that he possesses material from an alien craft, from a craft retrieval, and he's given Third Phase of Moon access. So now what happens next? It's going to be a wild ride right here at Third Phase Moon over the next few weeks as we organize and get this whole team together, including scientists, scientific equipment, to analyze the metal if it is indeed alien in origin. And if it is, then something big is about to happen. But we will get to the bottom of this. Let's just hope that Clifford Stone sticks to his word that he's going to allow us to study the metal, reveal it for the public. So right here at Third Phase Moon, I want you, everybody out there, to hit that thumbs up. Make sure you get the conversation going in regards to Clifford Stone and this object. We're going to let you know when we go on location, when we reveal it, and it's going to be posted right here at Third Phase Moon, and it's going to be an incredible adventure as we get out to Roswell, New Mexico. And be sure to subscribe to Dr. J Live for more updates from Clifford Stone. Hang on, everybody. It's going to get real. Keep your eyes on the skies. We're not alone. We'll see you again next time.